So it's been a long minute, more like 2 minutes at this point. Anyways, as you can tell by the fucking title, it's gonna be a Relinquished deck, but specifically a Relinquished deck for 2005 GOAT format. I've been making this deck for a bit, and I still need a couple cards for it. Like, one thing I can think of right now is Tsukiyomi, which is the main thing I need to get. Surprisingly, I don't have one. I need to go pick one up. While picking up cards, I realized I forgot to pick up a Tsukiyomi as originally planned, but this is what I have so far, and I guess I'll say what I'd switch out for said Tsukiyomi. And I guess that's kind of it. So I guess let's just get on to the profile so you can see the ratios for the deck. Well, for starters, this is kind of weird, but I only run 2 Relinquished. Yeah, it's a ritual deck, and I feel like a lot of the old school ritual decks you need to run 3/3, but realistically speaking, I feel like it's more consistent just to run 2, along with along with a triple Manju here. I feel like it's consistent to run it this way because this gets you a searcher, so it always nets you a +1. And then these, when I was playing it at 3, I find myself opening double Relinquish, no way to get to Manju, and not having the spell. So it bricked a bit, and a lot of times I found myself not being able to do much. But I feel like in playtesting it this way, this is much more correct, and probably what I will be going with for the time being. It's cool. This is fun. I love it. It gives the deck another way out. It's a ritual deck, which is like my own personal forte. I love ritual decks, and this is a fun deck. I love it. I definitely suggest you give it a try. That's it for the ritual stuff right there. This is like, I want to say it's like chaos. What I like to call this Chaos Relinquished. It's chaos. It has the little chaos, and along with that is like the Chaos Turbo cards, which is like Thunder Dragon. And as for my Dark Turbo card, I just actually decided to play a Gravekeeper Spy. Thunder Dragon's self-explanatory. You're getting little darks in your my bad. You're getting lights in your graveyard, and then the Gravekeeper Spy is like a personal attack. I haven't tried out Mystic Tomato, but I don't think I'd like it, and I actually really like Spy, because Spy will let you another monster on field, and along with Thunder Dragon, if you open Thunder Dragon Spy and your opponent doesn't have Nobleman, they'll either attack into your Spy, or let you leave it on field, so then you'll basically flip Spy on your turn, special summon another Spy from your deck, and then you tribute summon Thunder Dragon over Spy, and now you have a Spy and a Thunder Dragon in your graveyard, so you can actually do your Chaos plays. So, really cool. This does lose to Nobleman. If you don't want to run Spy specifically, you can run Tomato. But I just like this more, in my opinion. But it's up to you. This also helps because if you like actually play officially and side with stuff, you can side other Gravekeeper monsters. Or, you can even main deck one and drop the 3rd Spy. I just like playing that just to open it. So that's it for like the Chaos portion. Not it, because you have to run the Chaos monsters, which is a double Chaos Sorcerer, along with 1 BLS. I'm sad they're not any sort of type of high rarity, but the high rarities are kind of expensive. Well, these are hard to find. This is just expensive. I want to get the old school secret, but that's too much. Either people don't have it or the value is too high, so I've never picked it up. But we work with what's usable, excuse me. So Chaos Engine, I used to run 1 Chaos Sorcerer. I bumped it up to 2, and I'm loving it. It just gives your deck another out to stuff, and they're both dark, so if your Spy does lose to Sorcerer, or your Spy does lose to Nobleman, you can at least dump these and it'll be a dark to at least bring out another Sorcerer or another BLS. So it's not bad. This is now to all the ones of the deck. I feel like this is mandatory in this deck, the Tribe and the Serpent. Serpent is definitely mandatory, so I feel like you play anyways because it's free fodder for your Relinquished Tribute. It's also free fodder for your Metamorphosis display, so it's on its own to restrict or Relinquished. It'll always come back, so you always have the fodder for it. And it makes Tribe free, and Tribe is an out to like GOAT tokens, which this deck doesn't have a lot of. So I feel like it's just, oh, and there goes the music. Well, I'll do it without the music, whatever. but it just gives you outs for something, and it's very standard. I feel like these two go together, so if you always play one, you should play the other. So here's those. To all the one-ofs, more one-ofs, One Magician of Faith. It's nice to have. It lets you cards back, or you set it and they get snowman and you screw over your opponent. The deck doesn't really need it, it's just nice to having this. It's another light to do stuff with. Next card, I use it as like a defensive thing for my spies and my faiths, is Big Shot Gardner. It's really cool tech, I like. I've tested it with some other friends who play GOAT, not my main crew, but some other friends that play GOAT. And it's worked out well. They nobleman this and just kind of waste a nobleman. So it's really cool. Big booty's not bad, and he does stall for a bit, so he's not bad. If I played actual warrior engine in this deck, I'd probably play this in Rhoda just to make it more consistently to get to it. But it's like whatever's. But it's a good card. Don't sleep on it. It helps you with certain situations. Once again, self-explanatory. You're playing a deck with a bunch of stuff that it searches. So this automatically searches these two. It searches your Serpent, it searches your Manjus, it searches your Thunder Dragons, it searches your Spies, and it searches Relinquished. So I feel like Manju is very mandatory to play in this deck. Next one of is a Breaker, the Magic Warrior. Kind of standard, to be honest. Breaks back row. Breaker breaks back row. It's not bad. And Jinzo, one Jinzo for another quote-unquote boss monster. It's also a dark. These three are darks, which help out if your Gatekeeper Spies get noblemaned. So yeah. Oh, and excuse the Jinzo with the extra glare. This is one that was given to me, and it's had the foil and behind it removed. So it's like semi ghost Jinzo. But it's cool. It's like probably one of the nicer Jinzos I have besides like any other ones. I do want to get to alternate art, but this is what I have right now, and this is basically rounds off the monsters in this deck. Again, I want to add Tsukiyomi, and for the Tsukiyomi itself, I'd probably mess around and take out a spy or something. I don't know. I'll have to mess around. Probably take out one of the spells that I play, but we'll see when we get to it. Of course, because you run Relinquished, you have to run the ritual spell. So I play 2 of the ritual spell. This is kind of self-explanatory. 2 ritual spell, 2 Relinquished, triple Manju, just to make this deck consistent, but like not brick with these parts. So it's kind of, this is just to go with it, the ratios. Next, I got the Trinity standard. I need to get the Secret Graceful to match all these secrets, but Trinity standard. I don't want to play. I kind of don't want to play Delinquent Duo in this deck, but your deck is already at quite a disadvantage because you technically waste more resources because you're trying to ritual summon out cards. So I feel like the Delinquent's fine if you're trying to get rid of your opponent's resources as well. That was probably a really bad stutter. Sorry. Your backer removal. I kind of want to play Heavy Storm or not Heavy. Giant True Name. But these are fine. They're the standard ones. Then you got your Eclipse, self-explanatory, the Premature, and Snatch Steal. Sorry about the glare, by the way. I'm like right under the lamp in my house. This just to go on with the whole like classic goat type of thing. 2 Scapegoat. That's a message. You probably heard that. But yeah, 2 Scapegoat is a protection card, and it's free fodder for Relinquished, and Restrict, which of course we play to coincide with it. We play 2 Metamorphosis, only 2. I feel like 3 is cloggy, and you already have a bunch of cloggy cards anyways that don't coincide with stuff. So just playing 2 Metamorphosis is fine. So that's that. And then for the last spell, I play 1 Book of Moon. I'd probably switch this for the Tsukiyomi, to be honest, or one of the traps I play, and keep this in. But the 1 book, it's fine. You use it for like cheeky plays. Honorable mention, Lava Golem for a monster. I just realized if you want to do that cheeky shit, you play Lava Golem. I feel like that's funny. I used to play 1 in here, back when I played triple Relinquished, but I dropped it out. You know, it's just whatever. But for the traps, it's kind of very standard-y. 1 Mirror Force, very standard. This is not standard, but Cylinders is, we had told it to a friend of ours, Fuki. He did his volcanic deck profile a while back, and he played Cylinders at 3. And this is for you, Fuki. Okay. One Ring of Destruction, standard. One Call Haunted. This is also standard. And for the last like trap, I couldn't think of what to put in, so I just kind of put in a Dust Tornado. Dust Tornado works. It's a cool card. It definitely helps get rid of backer that you need to get rid of at certain situations. But I feel like I'd probably take out the Dust Tornado for the Tsukiyomi, because Tsukiyomi adds more value with your Relinquished and 1000 I'd restrict plays. So probably just cut this out, and play these four. So it's like whatever. But that's the trap lineup. I don't have an extra deck for this. I haven't gotten all the cards yet. But, I mean, the main thing you want to play are, restricts to combo off with your pieces. That's it. And then you want to play all the generic stuff for when you snatch or do other crap. Like, I don't have the Warrior. I've been looking for that Warrior dude. But for now, I have the Fusionist for your Sangan Metamorphosis play to get a search, which isn't bad. That's kind of it. And then, like, the Pokemon cards are just here for the tokens. Really, that's the tokens. That's kind of it. So, that's it for my Relinquished deck profile in GOAT format. It's a fun deck. You should try it out. It has its kinks. I feel like you guys can improve it any way you want to. Again, you could maybe match cylinders and other crap, but it's just my take on this deck that I haven't actually seen a deck profile for. I've seen duels with it, like on the Cali Effect. You should go check out his channel. It's way bigger, and you probably already know him. But if you're not into GOAT, I feel like that his way of playing it was really cool. His friend, the way he played it, and otherwise. But that's it for that. I do have one other deck if you want to see it, which is my take on what's it called, Zoo Beatdown. This is all. Oh, I'm dropping this all over the place. It's very techy. So if you want to see it, I'll just leave it down in the comments below and I'll show it. And I'm also trying to make Amazons. I just like Amazons, and I want it to make this deck. It's so this is Beatdown or Beast Down Zoo, whatever, and it's gonna be Amazon Control. So those are that. And if you guys want to see more deck profiles, I mean, I plan on making my version of the water deck soon after I make the Amazonas deck. And, I mean, I can get my friends, let's see. My friend has a Von Arc GOAT deck he has standard GOAT Control, I think. I don't remember if it's GOAT Control or Chaos. I haven't seen Tony in a while. And then, let's see, Jose's the one that has a zombie deck. And Ernesto's has GOAT Control, but he's fiddling with it, and then he's making something else that I'm not really aware of. But if you want to see that, I can try and help him finish it to show it. So, that's kind of it. So, that's kind of it. I honestly just want to upload this because, I mean, I haven't really seen this deck around in GOAT format. It's a fun deck. So I just wanted to show my version of this deck and maybe hope other people will play it because it's a fun deck. It's a ritual deck, which is cool. That's kind of it. I'm going to leave off at that. I don't really have a name. I'm just going to sign off like that. So, yeah. Bye-bye.